Well, it all seems like a long time ago now, but the race got underway with Jules Gounon's Ram Racing Mercedes on pole, and he took a commanding lead into turn number 1. After a clean start in race 1, the pros were getting their elbows out at the start of race 2, with 1 or 2 having moments through the first corners, including Phil Keed, who had contact from the 2C's Mercedes, and then from the SRO Motorsport Bentley that sent him into a spin. The Bentley was off with damage, and the Fox Motorsport McLaren delayed as well. In the GT4 acts as close as you like, a bit too close here between the Assetto Ginetta and the Paddock Motorsport McLaren, which both went into the barriers, and that brought out a safety car. The surviving Paddock McLaren, though, was on the move. It was Martin Plowman in the car. He got past Lewis Proctor, and that opened the door for the Team Parker Porsche to come through as well. Their GT4 example, meanwhile, was making very close acquaintances with the R Racing Aston Martin. Then came the rain. There was some fearsome action on track, but the conditions were far from ideal, and eventually it all went wrong for the number 15 Ram Racing Mercedes, which rammed the barriers up at the top of Clay Hill. Then there was contact between Sandy Mitchell and Marcus Clutton behind the safety car, for which Mitchell was later penalised. The red flag came out so the barriers could be repaired, and then confusion set in. Eventually, everyone went back onto the circuit with slick tyres for a 25-minute conclusion of the race, but with success penalties to be added for cars post-race, it meant the race result was always in question. The R Racing Aston Martin got elbowed out wide by the Speedworks Toyota, but there were 2 cars moving through the pack, the number 11 McLaren and the number 8 Mercedes. The cork in the bottle was the number 76 McLaren of Mia Fluid, who was hanging on resolutely to 3rd place, the first of the cars that wouldn't have success time added on after the race, and that essentially became the fight for the race win. Off went the Team Parker Cayman at Knickerbrook Corner. In the GT4 category, it was the Newbridge Aston Martin that would come out on top when all was said and done, whilst Ian Logie fended off Sean Balfe for the entire duration of the 25-minute restarted race, but they were not far enough ahead of Kelvin Fletcher's McLaren. Once the success penalties were added, it was the 77 car that found itself ahead and claiming the race victory. Aston Martin on top in GT4. What a day of racing here at Oulton Park. Join us again next time at Silverstone for the Silverstone 500.